This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Precisely 1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. The final rites of the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya Most Venerable Agama Pandita Kotugoda Dhammawasa Nayaka Thera will take place on Wednesday at the Independence Square. The Attorney General has informed the Supreme Court that the government has not decided to sign the MCC agreement. The voting on the Geneva proposals is scheduled to be held today. Media Minister says that a program to uplift the national economy is underway. And on news overseas, thousands evacuated as downpours worsen in Australia. We move on to local news in detail now. Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya Most Venerable Agama Pandita Kotugoda Dhammawasa Nayaka Thera has passed away at the age of 88. The Most Venerable Mahanayaka Thera had passed away at around 3 a.m. this morning while receiving treatment at a private hospital in Colombo. The Mahanayaka Thera has rendered a yeoman's service for the betterment of the Buddha Sasana. The Mahanayaka Thera was the chief incumbent of the Sri Dharmapalaramaya, Mount Lavinia. He was selected as Mahanayaka Thera of the Amarapura Nikaya in May 2017 following the demise of Most Venerable Agama Pandita Dawaldena Jnanisara Thera. Venerable Kotugoda Dhammawasa had also been a prolific author, having published more than 36 books on various subjects related to Buddhism since the 1960s. Venerable Kotugoda Dhammawasa is credited with the distinction of having delivered sermons over national radio for over 50 years. His sermons have also been widely attended by audiences overseas in India, Nepal, China, Japan, Germany, the USA, Russia, Singapore, Burma, Thailand, Pakistan and Mongolia. The final rites of the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya Most Venerable Agama Pandita Kotugoda Dhammawasa Nayaka Thera will take place on Wednesday at the Independence Square. The Attorney General has informed the Supreme Court today that the government has decided not to sign the MCC agreement. The petition filed by some parties requesting to issue an interim order of preventing the signing of this agreement was convened today. It has also been emphasized that the relevant company of US has also decided to cancel the agreement. The United Nations Human Rights Council vote is scheduled today and it will be held at 3 p.m. Sri Lanka time. Sri Lanka will face the vote on a fresh resolution moved by several states at the UN Human Rights Council today. However, Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena had earlier stated that the allegations made against Sri Lanka were politically motivated and that the Sri Lankan government strongly denied those allegations. Sri Lanka has 3 minutes' time to explain views in this regard. Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that the written answers relevant to all proposals has already been directed to the Council. He said the discussions will be held on the proposals submitted to several countries, including Sri Lanka. Minister Keheliya Rabukwala says that a program is being implemented to uplift national economy while managing the country's human resources properly. He made these remarks participating in a program at the National Rupavahini this morning. The government's objective is to provide vocational training for the youth to suit the job market. He also stated that the government has taken measures to increase the enrollment of students to universities and also implemented to provide 100,000 jobs program. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Continuing with more stories here at home. Former Minister Rajitha Senaratne and former MP Chatra Senaratne arrived at the Colombo Crimes Division. This was to record statements over a false complaint filed by a journalist alleging that he was abducted. A journalist recently lodged a complaint claiming that he had been abducted and assaulted by 4 individuals on the 10th of March. A person who had been deported to Sri Lanka from the United Arab Emirates and is suspected to be involved in the Easter Sunday attack has been arrested by the TID in Waligama. Police spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana said that the suspect was arrested yesterday following an operation carried out by the Terrorist Investigation Division. 2.7 million rupees in cash was also found in possession of the suspect at the time of the arrest, he said. He said nearly 40 persons are injured daily due to road accidents. Police media spokesperson DIG Ajit Rohana said the police will conduct a special 3-day operation from today to detect vehicles with worn-out tires, pointing out that road accidents have taken nearly 8 lives within the last 24 hours. DIG Ajit Rohana said that 9 to 10 lives are lost daily due to such incidents. He stated that falls in vehicles have been identified to be one of the main reasons behind these road accidents. World Water Day will be celebrated today. The World Water Day celebrates water and raises awareness of the global water crisis, and a core focus on the observance is to support the achievement of Sustainable Development Goal, water and sanitation for all by 2030. This day was declared by the United Nations organization. The relevant proposal in this regard was submitted at the Environment and Promotional Federation held at Brazil in 1922. That's local news.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has launched the Surakimu Ganga initiative at the Manik Ganga in Katharagama today. Surakimu Ganga is a national initiative to protect riverbanks in Sri Lanka. The program was held under the patronage of the governors. The main objective of this program is to provide pure drinking water for the people.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And on Watchlight, the consumers complained that the price of rice varieties are increased at some private sales outlets. It is understood that some errant traders are increasing the price of rice arbitrarily without considering the government-controlled prices. This is for the attention of the Consumer Affairs Authority.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. Thousands evacuated as downpours worsen. Myanmar's UN ambassador seeks tougher sanctions. Attack in Syria leaves 5 dead, including child. World News in detail now. About 18,000 Australians have been evacuated from flooding across New South Wales as heavy rain continues to batter the east coast. Days of torrential downpours have caused rivers and dams to overflow around Sydney, the state capital, and in southeast Queensland. Officials say the 1-in-a-50-year event may continue all week and have urged the public to exercise caution. Prime Minister Scott Morrison has offered funds for those forced to flee. There has been widespread damage in the affected areas, which are home to about a third of Australia's 25 million people. Myanmar's ambassador to the United Nations has urged the international community to toughen its sanctions against his country's military and not to recognize its rule over the nation. He has been staying on as UN ambassador, although he was reportedly dismissed by the military after condemning it at the UN General Assembly. He is facing an arrest warrant after being charged with high treason. Kyaw Morton said the international community should take action against Myanmar's military by all means. He added that sanctions against the military should be coordinated, targeted and tougher. Finally, on World News, a hospital was hit by artillery fire yesterday in the northwestern Syrian province of Aleppo, one of the last strongholds of anti-government forces in the country's civil war. Turkey's defense ministry said yesterday that the attack by the government of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad killed 5 people, including at least 1 child, and injured 10. Footage from the scene shows the wounded being rushed away. And that's on World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
And on Development News, a program to provide electricity facilities to 100,000 Samruddhi beneficiary families is being implemented at present. Under the first phase, 5,000 Samruddhi beneficiaries and 20,000 low-income families have been selected. They will be provided with electricity facilities in the near future.
Development News was brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
And on sports news, today is the second day of the first test match played between Sri Lanka and West Indies. Sri Lanka scored 169 runs in their first innings. Lahiru Thirimana scored 70 runs, Jason Holder took 5 wickets and Kemar Roach took 3 wickets. Shadab Khan, the vice-captain of Pakistan's white ball teams, claimed yesterday that there is now a healthy competition for places, which augurs well for the future. Talking to reporters during a virtual media conference from Lahore, Shadab stated the backup for each spot can only help to strengthen the team.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Lanka IOC PLC will invest 400 million rupees to build a grease manufacturing plant in Trincomalee. Over 300 million rupees has been invested for the project so far, and the opening is scheduled for early this year, and it was delayed due to logistical issues resulting from the COVID pandemic. Managing Director LIOC Manoj Gupta said, however, now we are confident that the plan, which is a first to Sri Lanka, can be opened by the end of May 2021.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of
Business deals now easy. It just takes a few taps only. Anytime, get it done, all connected. Best discounts with real time. LOLC Real Time. Now download LOLC Finance Real Time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and no benefits.
State Minister of Money and Capital Market and State Enterprise Reforms Ajit Niwad Cabral said that Sri Lanka will achieve a 3.6% economic growth rate in 2021 and thereafter will maintain a 6.6% growth from 2022.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
The Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the Sabaragamuwa, Western and Northwestern provinces and Kandy, Gaul and Mathura districts during the evening or night. Fairly heavy falls, about 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places in these areas. Several spells of showers may occur in Uva and Eastern provinces and in Hambantota, Nuwara, Mathale and Polonnaruwa districts. Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
Back to the headlines. The final rites of the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya, Most Venerable Agga Pandita Kotugoda Dhammawasa Nayaka Thera, will take place on Wednesday at the Independence Square. The Attorney General has informed the Supreme Court that the government has not decided to sign the MCC agreement. The voting on the Geneva proposals is scheduled to be held today. Media Minister says that a program to uplift the national economy is underway. And on news overseas, thousands evacuated as downpours worsen in Australia. With that, we conclude the afternoon bulletin of news, and it's back to Niranjan.